is young one of those presenters that are all going to get you up out of your seats. So if we could all get up.
Hooray!
Because today is the International Day of the Girl. So I'd like to turn to the people next to you and wish each other a happy International Day of the Girl.
Happy International Day
of the Girl.
Awesome. So I'd like to start tonight with a little bit of a story, and it's the story of a girl named Ramatu. She's a girl who is living in Sierra Leone, and at the time of this story she was 11 years old. Her mother passed away while giving birth to her, and her father had 13 other children to look after, which is obviously quite demanding financially. So what her father decided the best thing to do would be to take her out of school and arrange for her to be married. Now this was to a man that was over twice her age. When one girl's country director, Anna, was in Sierra Leone, some of the community members started to speak to Anna and explain what the situation was. So one girl went to her father and after a couple of conversations was able to convince him that one girl would give her a full scholarship to attend high school. Luckily enough, her father allowed that to happen. Now, instead of being married by 11 years old and being pregnant by 13, Ramatu is learning English. She aspires to be a lawyer and she has so many other hopes and dreams that she never thought would be possible. Education has the ability to change absolutely everything for girls like Ramatu. This is just a story that I'm sharing of one girl out of millions globally. And this is how one girl, a charity, has made it possible for Ramatu's life to completely change. So thank you guys for coming down tonight. I know you're taking time out of your Friday night, and it's Oktoberfest across the road, so it's awesome that you guys are down. My name is Mikayla, and I'm an ambassador for the charity One Girl. One Girl's goal is to reduce injustices that are happening in developing countries like Sierra Leone. These occur to girls happening in Sierra Leone due to the fact that they don't have the rights to attend school, they don't have a proper education, and it's One Girl's goal to reduce those injustices. Sierra Leone is considered one of the worst places in the world to be born a female. Unfortunately, the statistics is that you're more likely to be sexually assaulted than to attend high school. Quite a shocking statistic. October marks the biggest month for One Girl as we launch our biggest campaign, which is Do It in a Dress. I'm not a high school student, I chose to put this on. So during the month of October, what we do is we get out and do absolutely anything that we would like in a dress. So we've seen people do bake sales, go to aqua aerobics, snorkeling, scuba diving, absolutely anything, as long as you're in a dress, we're happy. It only costs $300 to put a girl into school for a year. Guys, that's the equivalent to a huge night in the casino on a terrible losing streak. So it's completely possible to do. I became involved with One Girl at the beginning of this year and just fell in love with this charity straight away because it really aligns with the values that I believe in most. And that is that I think that nobody should be discriminated against based on the circumstances that they're born into. And I feel as though if I'm lucky enough to choose what I want to study, where I want to study, and if I want to lose all my money at the casino on the weekend, that's my choice, and every single person deserves the same. As we did at the beginning, as I said, we're here to celebrate the International Day of the Girl. And this day really aims at raising awareness about these injustices that are going on in the world. We're going to watch a documentary called Girl Rising. This gives you a glimpse of the lives of millions of girls in developing countries who are being denied access to basic human rights, such as education, freedom of speech, and also legal rights, just to name a few of those. It's going to take us on a journey of 9 girl stories who are faced with these injustices on a day-to-day basis. As I said before, education has the ability to break through these barriers and start to create some major changes not only for these girls but also their entire families. My hope tonight is that you leave here feeling really really inspired, and maybe you could even come up to us, anyone in a dress, afterwards, and ask about how you can become involved in campaigns like Do It in a Dress, because we'd love to have you on board. And the last thing I'd like to do is just leave you with a thought-provoking quote. Now, sometimes when people do this, they like to quote the likes of Martin Luther King, Dalai Lama, Gandhi, all those guys. I'm not that wise. I was scrolling through Instagram, found a great one. It's anonymous. So I always wondered why somebody didn't do something about that. Then I realised that I'm somebody. It's quite powerful, I thought. Struck a chord with me. So guys, enjoy tonight. Thank you again for coming along, and I hope you were really inspired by the documentary.